Here comes Thought Distortion, baby. Oh yeah, that's good. Right off of a draw. Woof. We got a few things there. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking time to watch Hello Good Game. I'm your host Greg, and today we are playing Junds Midrange by JR22. This guy is a beast, normally brewing aggro decks, but he's taken into the Midrange Arena today, and it's a very good deck. I was able to beat one of the top 10 Mythic players in ranks today with this deck, so an incredibly powerful deck that might start to reshape the meta. So thanks for the dope deck, JR22. If you guys are interested in following him, I do suggest you check out his Twitter. That's kind of where I follow him, right? So as always, we take a look at the deck list in its entirety. What are all of the cards? What do they all do? Then we're talking about the deck strategies and synergies. How do all of those individual cards work together to make a coherent archetype that's not only consistent, but very powerful as well. Then we look at our gameplay footage where we break down all the different play lines and interactions within the new core set 2021 meta. Finally, my closing thoughts, alternative build guides, maybe trim the mythics and rares down a little bit for the beginner audience. Then we're talking about our future plans for content for the rest of the week and all of that great shenanigans. So if you find any value within this video, it'd be great if you gave me a thumbs up and shared it to a friend, right? So let's begin to break down one of the best decks within the new meta. I feel like Junds Midrange. Yes, we've seen Bant, we've seen Team Arak, right? So these are all over the place. Even the Raktal Sacrifice is there being aggressive, but personally, I've played with these decks and I've seen these decks a lot recently. So when I see something new like this come out, I've got to get my hands on it right away. With that all out of the way, we're starting the deck list out with 4 copies of Agonizing Remorse. This is our first 2-drop sorcery speed. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it or a card from their graveyard. Exile that card. You lose 1 life. 3 copies of Blacklance Paragon, a 3/1 with flash. When it enters the battlefield, target knight gains Death Touch and lifelink until end of turn. Of course, he is a knight himself, so that could be a really cool Death Touch chump blocker that gains us life. Eliminate instant speed. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 3 or less. So nice removal there. More removal through Bonecrusher Giant's Stomp, the adventure that's tagged to it at instant speed. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. And then the creature is a 4/3, and when it becomes the target of a spell your opponent controls, it's going to deal 2 damage to that spell's controller. You can actually take that damage as well, but we don't really have anything in this deck that target our Bonecrusher Giant with. Reminder, ECD and Embercleave don't target it because they attach to it once they enter the battlefield. So do keep in mind that not everything targets Bonecrusher Giant. Cultivate ×2. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards, put 1 into the battlefield tapped and the other in your hand, then shuffle your library. That just makes the deck a little bit more consistent. 1 copy of Klothys, God of Destiny. This is a 4/5 with Indestructible. Your devotion has to be 7 or greater to have it be a creature. If not, you just have it be the enchantment, which has at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a land card, add a red or green mana source. Otherwise, you gain 2 life and Klothys deals 2 damage to each opponent. 3 copies of Radha, Heart of Keld. This is a 3/3 with first strike as long as it's your turn. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and you may play lands from the top of your library, which is quite nice. You can also pay 6 to give it +X/+X, where X is the number of lands you control until end of turn. Vraska's Golgari Queen is our first 4-drop legendary planeswalker, 4 loyalty when she enters. +2, you may sacrifice another permanent. If you do, you gain 1 life and draw a card. -3, destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. And -9, you get an emblem with whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you win the game. 3 copies of Extinction Event, sorcery speed. Choose odd or even. Exile each creature with converted mana cost of the chosen value. 0 is even. Eat to Extinction, instant speed. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. I'm not sure why it doesn't say Surveil, but nonetheless. On to our 5 drops already. Chandra, Heart of Fire. This comes in with 5 loyalty. She is another legendary planeswalker. +1, discard your hand, then exile up to 3 cards from your library until end of turn. You may play each card exiled this way. +1, Chandra's Heart of Fire deals 2 damage to any target. -9, search your graveyard and library for any number of red instances and sorcery cards, exile them, then shuffle your library. You may cast them this turn. You also get to add 6 red mana sources. Nissa, who shakes the world ×2, coming in with 5 loyalty. Static ability, whenever you tap a force for mana, add additional green mana source. +1, put 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target non-creature land you control untap. It becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with vigilance and haste that's still a land. -8, lands you control are indestructible. Search your library for any amount of forests, put them into the library tapped. Vivian, Monsters Advocate, a single copy here, 3 loyalty. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast creature spells from the top of your library, which is quite nice. The opposite of the Heart of Keld, so allowing us to basically top deck, similar to an Experimental Frenzy. Plus, we want to create a 3/3 green beast with reach, trample, or vigilance on it. -2 whenever you cast your next creature spell this turn. Search your library for a creature card with lesser converted mana cost and put it into the battlefield. So that's actually quite nice as well. On to our 6 drops. We've got 1 copy of Ugin the Ineffable. Colorless spells you cast cost 2 less to cast as a static ability. He comes in with 4 loyalty, +1 exile top card of your library. Put it face down, create a 2/2 colorless spirit creature token on top of it. When it dies, you get to draw the exiled card. -3, destroy target permanent. That's 1 or more colors, so that's quite nice. Anything then colorless you can destroy. Casualties of War. This is my favorite card from War of the Spark. Choose 1 or more. Destroy target artifact, creature, enchantment, land, and or planeswalker. Liliana Dreadhorde General, coming in with 6 loyalty, static ability. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. +1, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. -4, each player sacrifices 2 creatures. And -9, each opponent chooses a permanent among permanents they control and sacrifices the rest. So they get to keep a land, they get to keep a creature, they get to keep an artifact, so on and so forth, right? So each different permanent type, they get to keep 1 of. These spells are accompanied by 1 Castle Locthwain, pay 4, and lose the life equal to the number of cards in your hand, and draw a card. 3 swamps, 1 mountain, 4 forests, 4 blood crypts, 2 Temple of Malice, 4 Overgrown Tombs, 2 Temple of Maladies, and 4 Stomping Grounds. We are playing traditional standard today, so that means best of 3, incorporating a sideboard into the deck, consisting of 3 returns to natures, instant speed for 2, choose 1, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or exile target card from graveyard. 2 copies of Necromentia, choose a card name other than a basic land card name, search your opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name, exile them, then that player shuffles their library and creates a 2/2 black zombie creature token for each card exiled only from their hand this way. 2 copies of Ritual Suit for 4, sorcery speed, destroy all target creatures with converted mana cost 3 or less. 2 copies of Questing Beast, Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste, 4/4, can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented, and whenever Questing Beast deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to a target planeswalker they control as well. 3 copies of Shifting Ceratops, also for 4. It's a 5/4, can't be countered, protection from blue. We can pay 1 to give it trample, reach, or haste until end of turn. Massacre Girl for 5, single copy here, 4/4 with menace. When it enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, and whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature gets an additional -1/-1 other than Massacre Girl. And of course, 2 copies of Thought Distortion, sorcery speed, cannot be countered. Target opponent reveals their hand and exiles all non-creature, non-land cards from their hand this way, and graveyards, which is very, very cool. This is such a powerful card within the sideboard. So my general sideboard guide will come after our general deck strategy, so hold on for that. That was the deck list, breaking down all of the individual cards within the main board and sideboard. Let's begin to talk about the strategies and synergies within the deck. We have a lot of removal, right? This deck really focuses around removal. We've got removal and value. Agonizing Remorse, you know what I mean? This is going to take an Earl right out of play immediately. Please and thank you. Sign me up. Blacklance Paragon can flash in with Death Touch and life gain to remove the creature and give us life. Sign me up. Eliminate, again, destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 3 or less. This is getting the job done in the current meta. Not only does this take out Earls, it takes out Teferius, Narsets. There's so many things. Bonecrusher Giant, potentially, I know they're not in this deck, but they could be running Root Snare, so we can stop the prevention of that damage. It also is very good removal. Priest of the Forgotten Gods annoys me so much, so I love to just step on that immediately. So destroying anything that we want with Bonecrusher Giant as well, which is pretty cool. Keep in mind that we do have First Strike on our Heart of Keld, so whenever we deal damage to an opponent, reducing their toughness on the creature, the First Strike should be able to pick it up. So if we combo the Heart of Keld on our turn with a Bonecrusher Giant Stomp, we can kill something with 5 without sacrificing our Heart of Keld, because the First Strike will deal that damage right out of the gate, right? We have Ramp with Cultivate, which is really nice. God of Destiny is also a form of Ramp plus chip damage, so that's great. And then we kind of talked about the Heart of Keld. Playing lands from the top to keep our hand full is really cool, and then giving her +X late game, which is sick as well. Also comboing the First Strike with the Bonecrusher Giant. And then we're into more removal, Eat to Extinction. This is taking things right out of the game at instant speed, which is very, very cool. So there's so many oppressive cards that Eat to Extinction deals with right now, whether it's an Uro or whether it's like a Nissa, for example. Speaking of Nissa, Extinction Event, the even hits 0. Her lands do become indestructible at a certain point, which is annoying. Extinction Event totally wipes the field of them, which is amazing. So it's our form of Shatter the Sky within black. odd or even, so you do have to pick. And lots of the times I like to prioritize some of my removal on odds and then keep Extinction Event for the other, or vice versa, right? So try to use my eliminates on 1s and 2s, or just 3s, and use the Extinction Events on 0s and 2s, for example, right? So I'm hitting a couple copies of like the 1s and 3s with eliminate, for example, and the 0s and 2s with Extinction Event, or vice versa. So we're making sure that we always have some form of removal. Vraska, you know, she can remove as well through her -3, which is incredible. Chandra's +1 deals 2 damage, similar to the Bonecrusher Giant, so more removal. Nissa just begins to pump out that value, making those 3/3s with haste is incredible. Vivian also pumps up the value, making those 3/3s, which is also pretty insane, allowing us to play from the top of our library as well. Liliana, more removal, -4, sacrifice 2 creatures. Casualties of War, more removal. Ugin, more removal. So you can see that literally the whole deck focuses around removal. It's all removal except for Nissa, let's be honest. Nissa and Vivian. So you should just build up your mana, try to withhold value, don't lose any interactions that you don't need to, right? Like make sure that you're not using an eliminate on an Arboreal Grazer. Just kind of leave that on the field until it does become a threat, and try not to remove things that aren't threats, right? You want to always make sure that you have an answer for when the threat does hit. You don't want to remove things, then have a threat hit, and then be like, wow, I've got to take 3 turns to draw a card to remove it, right? So make sure that you are prioritizing your removal on like the big baddies that directly inflict pain to your deck, and then are going to make things harder for you. That's the general deck guide, is just get the land out, make sure that you press him every single turn, focus your removal so that you're making sure that all of your pieces are able to hit at all times. And then once the sideboard hits, take out what's bad and put in what's good. Maybe there was no creatures to remove, right? So then Extinction Event needs to go, for example. Eliminate can potentially go if they didn't have small Planeswalkers, right? Maybe it was a big Nissa ramp deck. So take out what was bad, take out what didn't work, and put in what's better and what will work. Again, maybe there's no creatures, so Bonecrusher Giant's not that necessary now, because there's dealing Stomp to a creature isn't going to work. So we'll sideboard out first, everything that didn't work comes out, and then we begin to put things that we're really good in. Maybe it's a token deck, Massacre Girl. Maybe it's a deck with blue in it, Shifting Ceratops. Questing Beast if he's got Field Wipes because of the haste, or Planeswalkers because of the effect. Ritual of Soot against creatures, Necromantia against an Ugin, right? Return to Nature against Wilderness Reclamation, for example. So there's a lot of really cool things. Thought Distortion, again, against control decks. Take out what was bad, put in what was good, and then you're going to probably have some form of success within your second and third match. With that all being said, you guys, this is Junds Midrange by JR22, being played by yours truly. Hello, good game. We are able to win some top 10 Mythic matches today for you guys, so that's a lot of fun. I know you're going to enjoy it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this channel out to a friend, and hit that bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads so you don't miss out on the fun. Quick reminder, we are live on YouTube every single day, 6 a.m. Mountain Standard. At around 7 a.m. Mountain Standard, we jump over to Twitch for 3 to 4 hours, and then for the rest of the day, we're in the Discord. Links for everything in the description below. Thank you guys for supporting the channel with your continued time and attention. It does not go unnoticed. You're incredible. And then all of you who've been going above and beyond to support the channel financially. We've had a flood of Patreons this week, some new YouTube members, and even more Twitch Prime. So that's been absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. You're actually making this weird dream become reality. So truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Enjoy today's gameplay footage. This has been some of the most fun I've had in ranked so far, and I think killing Mythic number 9 might be our highest kill yet. So let me know what you thought of the match. It was incredible, and it's truly an honor to be able to play against some of the best ranked players in the world. Take care, enjoy today's gameplay footage, and don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out on my closing thoughts. Peace! Alright, we like to play first as always. This is the number 9th best person in the world, so if there was ever a match to prove ourselves with this deck, it's right here. We're talking top 10 Mythic gameplay footage, you guys. This is going to be good, win or lose. I hope you're excited. We don't need our red source, so let's go in with that green source, pushing towards anything. We like the land. It gets us closer to Nissa. Plus we have the Cultivate, so maybe we could have tossed it. Oh well. Triome? What color? Oh lord, it's probably a non-creature deck. It's probably stupid Reclamation. Holding up a counter here, probably. Cultivate's not worth countering though. Please. Pull up. Woohoo! Woohoo! Alright, he's using expansion on our Cultivate for himself. That's hot. I really like that move. We have 2 black, we have 2 red. Let's just stack this green up. Nice play. That is unique. That's why this guy is in top 10 Mythic, ladies and gentlemen. So we know he has counter spells. Let's have him counter Nissa, and then he won't be able to counter Liliana? Question mark? Yeah, I mean, that's great. We'll put it on top. It's just a stutter effect. The thing about Team Rec players, you guys, is they play Team Rec a lot. They have got this meta mapped out. Is this going to be another counterspell or another Aether Gust, Mystical Dispute? Yeah. That's fine. This is just our plan to kind of burn them out. This event is useless. He's so many cards in his hand, though. Gross. No Castle Vantress yet, at least, on his side. Easy to hit with a quench. Oh, it touches the field. I like that.
Your corpse will volunteer.
Okay.
Good mindless minion.
Let's see where that gets us. Maybe just blast it. Yeah, okay, Shark Typhoon can take a chunk out of it, that's for sure. Yeah, loving it.
I hope you washed your hands first.
You could easily just blast it for the remaining 3. Which is what he's gonna do, yeah. So, we have 2 of his expansion explosions gone.
Oh, defeat. What a drag.
We are a mid-range deck as well, so we could top deck some relatively good creatures here, but he's got a full hand. Here hits Wilderness Wreck. I mean, this is just more of the same, right? Loving it. Cycling a Triumph, of course. Another event does nothing for us. The creature removal doesn't really do a lot for us either. These sharks are aggressive though, we're gonna have to clean up. Yeah, Team Rec, definitely tier 1 deck alongside Bant. Right? It's just so aggressive. One of these is odd, the other 2 are even, so sucks. Secondary Rec. That's disgusting. Nice. So, I mean, 1, 2... 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. He's got like 22 or 24 mana, so it's just like, go ahead. How about this for a common card? Wilderness Reclamation. Woohoo! Right, just disgusting. There's literally nothing we can do. They just have so much value. Right? Counterspell question mark? I can only assume. Good game. Let's take it into the next match. Holy. Wilderness Reclamation, boys and girls. I kind of want to get beat up. Ceratops can't be countered. Necrombia to kill those things. Eliminate, absolutely useless. Agonizing Remorse, very, very good. Extinction Event's good for the sharks, but at the same time. Bonecrusher Giant, probably also not that high priority here. And reminder that we do have too many cards in our deck, right? We're sitting at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't know why. It's just how it is. Okay, let's play first at least. We've got a nice turn 2. The rest of this hand sucks, though. We have to mulligan this. We'll keep this, toss our heart. I would really like a Necrombia, just so we can get rid of that Wilderness Wreck. Basically just looking for a Necrombia. We don't really need the land. Silly Uro. Can't be countered. And he's tapped, so that's kind of a waste. But just the protection from blue, I think, should generally be good. Oh my lord. Come on. Right? We can flash our Paragon in. His graveyard is empty for Uros, so, I mean, that's kind of nice. Hitting for 8. Okay, okay. He needs a Storm's Wrath. That would suck for us. Alright, let's see what he uses this on. Just his castle? No, he's tapping more. Can't be countered, and then he gets to amass X, but we have lethal. Oh no, we don't have lethal because of that, though. Okay, I see. Alright, we're all in. We have to force the aggro hit. He needs to block the heart. Unless he has interaction. No, good game. And we beat number 9. Okay. Even beating the top 10 Mythic player once is a good sign. A very good sign. Let's take the eliminates, they're a little cheaper. Two lands with a Ceratops to build into. I think that's worth keeping. We also have our Distortion to build into, if it goes that long. Land, 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 land. We do need some black, though. We have one, we need our secondary source. Okay. Holding up our Paragon and eliminate. Building into our Ceratops. We have no play for 3. So let's get our second green source in. Okay, rack hits, sure. Let's go right for it. Hit for 3, down to 12. Ooh! Hopefully we can close it out in the next couple turns. Uro is annoying. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, so this is what the eliminate was for. We gotta put our blackened source in, our second black source into play, you guys, right? That's gonna enable our thought distortion here. The graveyard is still lacking for Uro plays. It goes to our turn. Oh, no, 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 no. Do not do this to us. Oh, gosh. I'm worried. Just to kill the Paragon, because he can't target the Ceratops. And he takes a huge draw, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We pay life. Here comes Thought Distortion, baby. Oh yeah, that's good. Right off of a draw. Woof. We got a few things there. Yeah. So that's quite nice. And we take him down. The only good thing... Oh no, they go to exile, so he can't even play his Uro. He's got a cycle, right? Goes to the graveyard. That's 4. I think that's game. And we, I think, are taken down. Oh no, he can play his Uro here, but we have protection. He can't block us. Uro can't block the Ceratops. He needs a Storm's Wrath. Another commence the endgame. Oh, they're both even though. We need removal off the top. Oh! This is the best win we've ever had, I think. One of. Oh, he could counter this potentially. I never thought of that. Don't you dare. It hits. It hits.
I lead the Golgari now. Step aside or be crushed.
Woo! Beating top 10 Mythic, you guys. Absolutely incredible. What a game. What a deck. Junds Midrange getting it done. The return of Midrange, ladies and gentlemen. Mwah. So we actually had to mulligan this just for the fact that we don't have any interaction till turn 4. So we really need to make sure that we're getting that land in play as quickly as possible. Let's toss our Vivian for now. I like Casualties just because it's so oppressive. Scrying, Liliana can go as well. It's a little later on in the game. We have no need for a 2-drop. We're into our Heart of Keld next turn for 3. Paragon has 2, that's fine. Being flashed in. This is mono black aggro. He could have removal. Nope. Ooh. So they're both even, which is pretty nice for our Extinction Event when it does hit. And our Heart of Keld is odd, so it's gonna hopefully obliterate his field and keep ours alive. Hopefully there's no Reggie. Reggie's odd. No first strike because it's his turn. Demonic Embrace. This is a big hit for 10. Woo! Woof. So we kill his creatures there. That's really nice. He doesn't have any haste, so let's just hit for 3. Now we can Vraska minus on basically anything he plays other than the spawn or the Rankle. The Rankle has haste. The Rankle has haste. Casualties cost 6, so we're a little bit away from that. We can't stop the Rankle attack with haste, just for the fact that it has flying. So we're taking Reggie out, please and thank you.
I've suffered worse.
Playing from the top, right? Taking that scry. To be honest, I think Bonecrusher Giant can probably stay. It's another form of removal if he plays a smaller dude. We can play Vraska on top of our other Vraska, just keep the removal going. And that's exactly what the Bonecrusher was for. Snagged. We won't be killing anything. We'll 7-0. Or decline, right? Playing the land from the library really helps. Let's just play our Giant. We do have Casualties ready to strike, and then it looks like an Eliminate on top as well, so we should be okay here. He can't get Gutter Bones in, so he's taking 2 damage. Okay, now he can put Gutter Bones in his hand at least. Eliminate's ready. I mean, Casualties of War is ready as well. Let's take the hit. First. Eliminate is instant speed.
Everyone is expendable.
I think let's just hold off and instant speed and eliminate in, holding up our -3 on Nebraskas. Okay. So he's down to 5 there. Castle Locthwain becomes less of an option each turn, down to 4. Good game. Let's take it to the sideboard and see if we can close it out in 2 games. Mono black aggro. Mono black aggro. So it is an enchantment, but it can be replayed, so I don't think that's really beneficial at all. I think our Blacklance Paragons can go, and that a Ritual of Suit can come in. Yeah, because that kills Reggie as well. The reach is nice, so let's keep that. I kind of don't mind the Necro, but let's save that for a Johnny. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We've got too many cards in our deck, you guys. Let's take a Questing Beast. We're playing with multiple cards here. We've got 61 in the deck. Looks like the webcam died there for a second. We switched over here. That battery does not last too long. We're really going to make sure that we prioritize that for the high quality content. I'll have to find maybe a charge cable that can charge the camera while it records. Okay, Scorpion out early. Probably cashing out our Eliminate on his Priest of the Forgotten Gods. No black, though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see Nissa and I just got excited. Bonecrusher Giant off the top would be kind of cool as well. Okay, so there's Reggie. We need the black source. Oof, 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 oof. At least Cultivate's gonna pick us up our black removal. Let's grab both pieces here. We get hit for a huge amount here. If he has Demonic Embrace in hand, he does. Nice. We're getting hit for 11 here. He's gonna pay life, discard a card. Eliminate goes. Huge hit. Guess we have 2 eliminates at least. Let's scoop it with our Vraska first. Just so maybe he wants to hit our Vraska, I think, instead. So that might save our health for a hot second. We do have our Liliana, which is nice. So we're taking it real close here. Let's see how it works out. I mean, we could have double eliminated as well, but I feel like having the Planeswalker on the field is really, really good value. Even if it is only, you know, at 2.
This isn't your average zombie horde. Impressive, isn't it?
We take 2 damage here, down to 5. He goes up to 19. So we're on the back burner, that's for sure. Land, perfect. And he's digging. That's good too. Okay, gets the Scorpion in play.
Rise!
We're taking damage here too, which is really bad.
I feel great. Nothing can slow me down.
We got nice Planeswalkers. As long as there's no more Scorpions, we're good. Right? That's what we really need to worry about, those Scorpions.
I've learned much.
We almost don't want to use the Remorse either.
Rise and shine.
What a strange and magnificent world.
We have no black source, so that's going to be the thing we want. Kills Nissa.
I must seek comfort in my life. Harness the elements.
Still has Vigilance. We don't want to discard our whole hand. We got lots of cards that we like. I don't think it's worth it. The Remorse. Let's just use that as a dead card right now. And we're going to hold up this Eliminate. Perfect. Okay, okay.
They were a lousy servant anyway. Smelly, but effective.
Chandra's doing work here. We're holding up both our Eliminate and our Bonecrusher Giant here. In for 2, down to 10. We're chilling at 3, risking it for the biscuit. We won the first game, and it looks like we're going to win the second game here too. That's game. Right, we have 5, 6, 7. We just did 2 for 9. Ooh! Almost kept himself alive. Good game, we hit for 7. Still have both of our Planeswalker abilities open to use. And more mana in the hen house. Woohoo! Junds Midrange doing work. Alright, Junds Midrange by JR22. Check him out on Twitter, you guys. This guy's a beast. This is actually one of my new favorite decks. I love playing decks that aren't tier 1 or that are brand new to the tier 1 and haven't taken over the entire meta, right? So you're not going to see this deck a lot, and I think it's very powerful and directly counters a lot of the current meta. So do take care, do enjoy. If we're talking about alternative upgrade paths, it is kind of hard. I mean, God of Destiny is in here for spice. it's one of those decks where you might not be able to trim it down just because every single card in here is rare. And even in the sideboard, there is a ton of rare cards, right? Literally, Return to Nature, Thought Distortion, Eliminate, Blacklance Paragon, and Agonizing Remorse. Plus Cultivate are our only non-rare cards. The rest are bringing up the henhouse with rare or mythic plus. So this is a very expensive deck, plus it includes all those rare lands. I know I always do try to provide alternative upgrade paths for you. However, if you do really want to play this deck and you don't have these cards, start with the cards that are not going to be here in rotation, and then try to fill their spots, whether it's removal, whether it's ramp. I know Nissa is going to be almost impossible to fill because she's so powerful, but for example, the Bonecrusher Giant could potentially be tagged out for something that still removes creatures, but maybe doesn't have the value of having that 4/3 behind the hood as well. So you can trim the deck back on your rares. Just make sure that you're putting in cards that do the same thing. However, I think you're definitely going to be trimming the power while you do so. Other decks we can adjust easier than some, and this one's going to be a hard one to adjust. So thanks for watching, you guys. For the rest of the week, I believe we're playing free-to-play content. So we're talking free-to-play Historic, free-to-play Brawl. Jumpstart comes out literally as soon as I sign off, so we're going to be updating our client and jumping right into that. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for your continued time and attention. Your support is incredible. People supporting the channel financially. We've had a flood of Patreons, YouTube members, and Twitch supporters as well. So you guys are incredible, really making this come to fruition. We've got an upgraded camera, camera 1 or camera 2. Which one's better? Let me know in the comments below. This is number 2. This is number 1. I think number 1's better. We've had a lot of positive feedback there. So thanks for watching, you guys. Let me know. Take care. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and we'll see you all tomorrow.